Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro the Dragon. Last time when we left off, I think we defeated Dr. Champ. I don't know. We defeated the boss as one of the first stages in this world. Purely because of time reasons, to be honest. And we also, I believe, did the... Okay. We did the highway, the speedway. And I'm actually going to close my window. Well, not the window itself, but like, I can't see shit. Be right back. I forgot to block off the light so I could see my actual screen. But that means there's no fresh air in this room either, so it's gonna get real hot real quickly. Can't complain too much though, I mean... I could also just not record this on a hot day. If I recorded this before, I wouldn't have to record it now, so at the end of the day it is my own fucking fault. Also, I don't think I've ever gotten an active that quickly, especially this one. I usually have to run about 3 or 4 circles around that thing before I get it. Not now though. Just getting into Spyro after not playing it for about 2 or so weeks, and man, I'm already doing very, very well. I haven't recorded anything in a while actually, because I didn't expect this, but this is funny, right? As most of you by now probably know, I have a life, kind of. And as a result of that, let's say it's difficult to consistently record. So I tend to, when I have the ability to record in bulk as much as I can. So usually my life goes as follows. I've got like a week off, and that results in me recording about a month and a half worth of videos. So again, last week I couldn't record anything because I was away from home for about 5 days, I think. 4 days maybe. I think it's, at the end of the day it was supposed to be 4 days, ended up being 5. I don't exactly remember. The thing is, when I am away from home, I'm usually working a lot. Like, at least 12-hour days. And when you work that much, it's just... everything just kind of blends together. Because it doesn't really matter anymore, because you wake up, you work, and you go to sleep. So, things like dates and times and days and amount of days just kind of got lost in that process. So I was away for a couple of days, and it's kind of strange. I don't know how much I can really say about it, so I'm going to try and say not too much about it, but I think it's fine if I tell a little bit of a story, especially since the people involved probably aren't going to see this anyway. So, me having a life includes... and screaming children outside, apparently. I don't know if you could even hear that. Me having a life revolves about, like, 100% about filmmaking, because I do YouTube, which is like filmmaking light, I would say. It's nowhere near as much work, nowhere, like, near as, I don't know how to say it, artistic? Don't see this as a very artistic thing, it's just like, probably should actually get that dragon. It's just relaxing. I don't know how to explain it. It's way different from actual like filmmaking, because I know Let's Playing isn't the greatest example of YouTube content in general. On the other side, it kind of is. I mean, it takes about an hour to make a video at most. If you Let's Play in the style I do, which is just play a game, talk, and then export it. It's literally playing, synchronizing the audio and the video, and exporting and then uploading. From starting to recording to it being on YouTube, it's about an hour of work. And then I've got a 20 or so minute video. When I make a short film, it's about half a year of work, and that ends up being like about 10 or so minutes. So the amount of work required to get a decent amount of content is a lot more. I don't know where I was going with that story. Anyway, last week I was asked to come help on set for a film made by some of my friends. And it was actually a very big project, because usually our films are like short films, right? Because 1, money, and 2, time. I probably should have gotten the key before coming here. This, however, was the first time people I knew were working on a feature-length film. 50 fucking minutes is just time they are going for. And that's quite a bit of work. And some shit happened to the gaffer on sets, and he... Fuck. Long story short, I had to fill in for him. And I had like no preparation whatsoever, but about 4 days of work and were long days, so I couldn't record. I was planning on recording the rest of Spyro and Crash Bandicoot in those days. It just didn't end up happening because I was away from home. And then when I came back home, I took a day off because holy shit, I was tired from working my ass off for so long. I mean, in a couple of days, let's say it was 4 days. I can't be sure, I don't remember exactly, but let's say it's 4 days, right? Also, that's not gonna work. Light in there. In 4 days, I probably worked like... First day was a little bit late. The other 3 days were like 10 to 12 hours. So I think I worked 35, I want to say, hours in about 4 days, which is ridiculous because normally you work that amount in a week, which is 5 days. So it's not that ridiculous because I've definitely worked more, especially if I consider YouTube and then my schoolwork and everything together, because I work full-time for my internship and then I also do filmmaking and then I also do YouTube. If I count everything together, my average work week is between 60 and 70 hours. So, really, I got some time off. But this was more physical work because I was doing a lot of lighting stuff, of course. So those lights aren't always really like... They're pretty heavy, let's say that. So it was really physical work as well, and was kind of exhausting. So I took a day off. I was like, oh, okay, I'll record some shit tomorrow. Well, actually, no. The first day I got back, I did take a day off, actually, and then I had a friend come over suddenly without any fucking warning. So like, oh yeah, it's actually, I wasn't planning on doing anything anyway today, so that's actually kind of like good in a way. Can I make this glide? I definitely can't. And then yesterday I was gonna record everything that I wanted to record in those couple of days. Of course, I can't record 4 days worth of recordings in a day, but I was going to try my best to catch up as soon as I can. And then yesterday I woke up with the worst headache imaginable. I was like, oh no. And then about like 9 o'clock I started feeling a little bit better. At that time I didn't really feel like I was going to record anything, because I just wanted to relax, because I wasn't feeling good, mind you. I was feeling a little bit better. How many gems? I still need 24 gems, is that correct? 34 actually. I guess it's 30 in that box with the key over there, and then 4 red gems leading up to the exit. Feels like it'd be right. So right now I am finally recording. And the moment I started recording, children started screaming outside. Isn't that fucking amazing? Also, the exit is here. There's a dragon up there. That's what I meant. I think there should be a way to get up here somehow, right? I did miss that gem, which is a 5. Legitimately, question here. I'm fully aware of the fact that I can glide over here. that helps me roughly nothing at all. So, do I just... No, definitely you can't make that. How do you get over there? I know this game inside out. How do I not know this? I was going so well, not even paying attention, just telling stories about my week and stuff, and everything was just going well until I had to make that grind, and then my life just kind of became miserable. I think I know, actually. Yeah, I do. I think I know. What you do, if this is not what you do, I'm gonna look real stupid, but what I think you're supposed to do is you're supposed to glide over there, go through the mountain, come out on this side, and I think you can cut this corner and make it. Yeah, you definitely can. You just gotta cut it real tight. Way more tight than I thought you would. That's... I don't know if I like that or I dislike that level design, to be honest, because on one hand side it's really clever, on the other hand side... Let me restructure that sentence real quickly. On one hand side, that's really clever. On the other hand side, that's really douchey. It's not that bad, actually. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That makes 25 left. Maximos is a dragon with a name. Don't care about what you have to say. Mainly because I still can't hear the game audio, so... I can't even react to what he says. It's kind of sad, to be honest. I really need to... I didn't think I would be able to make the glide. I was, luckily. But I really need to either get a HDMI screen so that I can actually pass my audio through. Because the way I'm doing it now is... This is my PlayStation 3. So I've got a PlayStation 3 to AV out cable. Then that goes into my capture card. And then that capture card goes HDMI to DVI. And that gives me visuals on my screen. Because the only screen I have that supports 1080p doesn't have HDMI. I think that's everything in this stage, exit level. So I don't have audio. It captures audio because AV to... the AV signal going into the capture card carries audio, but the capture card doesn't carry audio into my screen. Because it has a DVI cable which doesn't support audio. If that makes any sense. So I need a HDMI screen so I can actually just get rid of the cable altogether and just run an HDMI cable and hear audio. Either that or I need a different kind of capture card which is about the same price as a new screen, so I might actually go with that. I kind of need both, to be honest. I'm gonna cut this episode a little short because I spent a lot of time in that stage over there, and if I start another stage now, it's just gonna be in another minute, and it's not going to be too useful, to be honest, because I'll be able to collect fucking 3 gems and that'll be about it. I will try to collect myself another life if that makes anybody happy around here. Also, they showed up butts. I wonder if Spyro the Dragon gets remade, which becomes more likely every second that passes after the Crash and Sane Trilogy remake success. Wow, that's been a real success. I do wonder if they will censor these guys showing their ass. Because they just might. Kinda hope they don't, but then again, in a higher resolution that actually could be really kinda weird and disturbing. In this low resolution, it's not too bad, but if you're doing this in 1080 or maybe 1440p with high resolution textures, that's gonna be weird. So maybe it'd be best if they censor that. I mean, people are going to complain though if they censor it, so really, you can't win. That being said, I think I have talked the minute I wanted to fill up right now. So thanks so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Spyro the Dragon. Next time we're going into, I think we're going into Clifftown. Have we done Clifftown? We haven't. This is Clifftown, right? Can you please show me? Yeah, Clifftown. Next episode. Until then, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. I'll see you next time. Bye.